What up, what up, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Aaron All-Nighter. This is the Pop-Up Podcast, Episode 9. It's your boy, Fifth, is out working, making sure the streets is safe for y'all to drive on, plowing the snow. So we got a special guest representing YMS, Street Magic Affiliate, Cassius Flow 508 in the building today. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? What's up?
Yo, how about them Patriots?
Right now, it's 2nd and 6, 10. We're winning 10-7, and there's a minute 19 seconds right now. As I'm sharing this,
exactly. So basically, we breaking right now that the Patriots, congratulations, but they most likely going to the Super Bowl.
And both teams, they've never lost to in the Super Bowl. They're on the other side, they never lost to the Rams, and when they were St. Louis and all that, and they never lost to Seattle. They beat the Rams, I think, twice. I think it was St. Louis and Los Angeles.
Hell yeah, Drake May already making his Tom Brady comparisons, and the Patriots win today. That's one thing that Tom Brady was unable to do in the playoffs as a Patriot. Beat the Broncos at Mile High Stadium.
I think they won. Let me find out. They're celebrating.
Sure like a minute.
They already know. They're already celebrating. Everybody's running onto the field. It's over.
Congratulations, New England Patriots going to the Super Bowl, beating the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
And their backup quarterback.
Yeah, my brother's probably having a field day in jail out in Colorado. Probably the only Patriot fan locked up.
Right. He better celebrate quietly. Now that we talked about the Patriots real quick, what we have to talk about is this snow. Have you guys seen outside yet? You looked out the window today? You've been outside? How many of you had to go shovel out the car already like 2-3 times? How many of y'all shoveling, snow blowing? How many of y'all plowing? We going to get to this real quick. This storm is breaking across the country. But before we get into this video clip, all of you that are watching right now, share this out to your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in a post. Tag people in the comment section. Whether you're watching on Facebook at the Aaron All-Nighter Facebook page or on Cassius Flow Facebook page or on the Street Magic Multimedia YouTube. Share this out, follow, subscribe, and check this out. We'll talk about it.
A massive, deadly winter storm is moving across at least 35 states. More than 200 million people are in the path of these frigid conditions. The Louisiana Department of Health confirms 2 men have died due to hypothermia. Roughly 2/3 of the U.S. has been bracing for the storm conditions. Let's take another look across the country. Cincinnati is set for a record-breaking snowstorm with significant snowfall and extreme cold. Officials in Atlanta, Georgia are telling people to stay off the roads because of icy conditions, freezing rain and sleet already coating trees and vehicles in ice. And you can see on our radar the sheer scale of the storm in the last few hours. CBS News Miami meteorologist Shane Hinton has the forecast.
I'm CBS News meteorologist Shane Hinton, continuing to monitor that winter storm for you, with over 30 states being impacted by winter weather alerts and over 190 million Americans in the line of threat for this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar. As you can see, this system continuing to move from west to east, bringing snowfall, ice, sleet, and rain to portions of the southeast, the mid-Atlantic, and eventually up to the northeast as we make our way into the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week. So here's a look at the latest storm track for you here. You can see the snow in white and purple, freezing rain and sleet mix as we make our way in the areas in pink, and that cold rain that's going to be associated with it as well. Now, this will continue through Sunday evening, starting to impact the northeast later today, and then into Monday, maybe even into early Tuesday, and we expect things to start clearing out for us a bit. Now, we will have to monitor not only the potential for the cold temperatures, but also the snowfall that we have to factor in. You can see over the next 24 to 48 hours, the most heavily hit and impacted areas are going to be portions of the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, Valley and then into the northeast. If we take a closer look at those snowfall totals, you can see that we are expecting some areas in the northeast, maybe between New York and Boston, to pick up over an additional foot of snow, and that is going to impact travel significantly, in addition to the fact when you factor in the ice that could accumulate. Keep in mind that not only will the ice create travel nightmares and headaches, it will also increase the potential for power outages. That Arctic cold still going to be impacting much of the country, especially, just look at that as you make your way up to Bismarck. Feels like temperatures negative 24 degrees today as you make your way to areas such as Atlanta and the mid-Atlantic near Raleigh. Temperatures going to be feeling like they're in the 20s. For tomorrow, I do expect temperatures to still be bone-chillingly cold near Minneapolis, 15 degrees on the thermometer, 31 in New York. Now, in addition to the cold, we also have to monitor the potential for some strong storms that could develop with the storms that are going to be moving through with that cold front. Now, I see the highest potential for these storms to develop in the panhandle of Florida, where we could see some strong storms containing damaging wind and isolated tornadoes.
All right, Shane Hinton, thank you. So let's check in on those power outages. The winter weather already knocking out power for hundreds of thousands of people. According to Find Energy, more than 816,000 people are currently without power. Many of the outages are in the south, stretching from Texas up to Kentucky. Airlines have canceled more than 11,000 U.S. flights for Sunday, according to flight tracking site FlightAware. That's the most in a single day since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our teams are fanned out across the country. Let's check in with CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdez in Nashville, Tennessee.
What's falling right now is not snow. It is freezing rain. Check out what it's doing. Look at this tree. It's already got maybe a half an inch of ice formed on here. It's weighing down these branches, and in some cases, they are snapping off, falling to the ground, or taking out power lines with it. We already know of nearly 200,000 customers in the Nashville area that are without power. That means they're without heat, and we could be facing single-digit temperatures here by tonight. That is going to be dangerous. The local utility company says their phones are already overloaded by the amount of people calling to report their power is out. This could be a very dangerous situation as we start to see more ice form as this freezing rain continues to come down, something that people need to take seriously as we start getting into dangerous cold later tonight. Back to you.
All right, Nicole, thank you. And the storm is bringing plenty of snow to New England today. CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen has more from Boston.
As you can see, the snow is starting to come down here. We're specifically in Hyde Park, which is a suburb of Boston, and we are at an area work center for Eversource, which provides heat, gas, and water for 4.4 million people across Massachusetts and Connecticut. Now, as we look ahead to this storm ramping up this afternoon into the evening, they have hundreds of personnel on standby to jump in if there are any issues. Specifically, they are concerned about heating with this storm because, as you can see, the consistency of this snow, it is light, it is fluffy. It is not going to be a huge concern for downing power lines, for freezing onto power lines, but they are more concerned about the sustained cold that will follow this storm in the days to come. Now, specifically what we're looking at here, we are looking at about 9 inches total of snow heading into the afternoon and the evening. We're going to get another 3 inches. That's according to the National Weather Service come tomorrow. And then we are going to get a lot of cold weather here. So as I mentioned, Eversource ready to jump in for any heating needs. Obviously, a lot of people rely on gas to heat their homes, and that's going to be the big concern for this storm. Back to you.
Tom Hansen, thank you. We'll have you covered with updates on the storm all day long from across the country, so stay right here on CBS.
Oh, man, this snow is a Burger King Whopper.
It definitely is. Before the storm even stopped the other 2 days ago, a transformer blew up in New Bedford, and all around the junior high, right across the street, Roosevelt was all shut down. The Mott Street, everywhere, all the way around. The store on the corner was bad.
What, New Bedford, Mass?
Yep, New Bedford, yeah, right in the south end, right off of Brock.
Now, we talked about how this is going to affect everybody nationally, but we're in New England. Cassius Flo just mentioned New Bedford, Massachusetts. I'm representing Fall River, Massachusetts.
You know.
We both representing the 508 in Bristol County, Massachusetts. And we going to see what's going to happen in our neck of the woods. So if you in this neck of the woods, we're gonna check out the snow totals because this is a big one. Hope y'all are bundled up and warm. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
Let's take a look at the town-by-town forecast here, and you can see what we're anticipating. This is in alphabetical order, all 39 cities and towns. Bristol County, we've got you coming up in a minute. Barrington, expecting 10 to 16 inches of snow. Cranston, 12 to 18. Narragansett, 8 to 12. Jamestown, 8 to 12 inches of snow anticipated. North Providence, 13 to as much as 19 inches of snow. And North Smithfield, you could be approaching 2 feet of snow by the time it's all said and done. Kind of a big range there because of elevation differences. Providence, 12 to 18. Richmond, 12 to 18. Up in Smithfield, where Patrick was, Smithfield, 14 to 20 inches of snow. Warwick, 11 to 17. Woonsocket, you could be approaching 2 feet of snow as well. All right, here's Bristol County, Massachusetts. Alphabetical order, every single town in the county. We're looking at Dartmouth, 8 to 12. I'm actually leaning more toward the 12 right now than anything. Freetown, 12 to 18 inches. Mansfield, 14, maybe up to 20. Somerset and Swansea, 11 to 16. New Bedford, 8 to as much as 15 inches of snow in the north end of town. And over in Westport, 8 to 12 inches. Here's the map, the accumulation map, more traditional way of looking at things. Generally 12 to 18 inches of snow across all of the region, but there could be a little bit less down near the south coast. And that really has to do with the timing of the sleet that'll be moving in this evening. There's the potential for more than 18 inches. I'm looking at some data that continues to come in, possibly more than 20 inches of snow in northern Rhode Island and up into central Mass and out toward Boston. This is a good way of kind of getting an idea of how the snow is going to pile up through the day. Snowfall rates of 1 to 3 inches an hour are expected during the afternoon and evening. In Westerly by 1 p.m., probably already looking at a couple inches, but look between 1 and 4 p.m. We're already up to 7. At 6 p.m., another 4 inches, 11 inches, and then it kind of caps out at about 12 inches. There could be some sleet mixing in after about 7, 8 o'clock or so. Over in New Bedford, same kind of deal here. We're looking at accumulations a little bit more than an inch by 1 p.m., but by 4 p.m., look how it jumps. We're expecting intense snowfall rates of 1 to as high as 3 inches an hour as we go through the late afternoon and into the evening. By 6 p.m., 10 inches, a foot of snow possible in parts of New Bedford, maybe a little bit more in the north end of town, but you get the picture. It's going to pile up really quickly. Into Providence we go. We're looking at snowfall rates similar, 1 to as high as 3 inches an hour. You go from an inch and a half up to 6 inches by 4. 6 p.m., you're up to 10. You're over a foot by 8 p.m., and it's still going up at 11 p.m., 16 inches. Could be a little bit of sleet moving in after that. So the timing for today, the snow is already becoming widespread across the area. It becomes heavier by early afternoon. 1 p.m. until midnight. That's the most intense snow with poor visibility. I mean, we're talking poor visibility. There might be no visibility. There could be near whiteout conditions as we go through the afternoon, and especially during the evening once it gets dark out. Road conditions.
Bro, the snow's not real. I said it. The snow's not real.
It's fake, just like Breaking Bad.
Why do snowballs burn black?
It doesn't make sense. I was just saying this. Why is snow white? Pure white. Why isn't it like a off color?
You know what I'm saying? Snow to be off color, bro.
White.
Don't you know about yellow snow?
You know what I'm saying? When you look outside, it looks like a bunch of coke. I swear to God.
Yeah, Columbia. Yeah.
Or it could be like Breaking Bad. It could be meth.
It could be. But that was blue.
Yes, it was. Meth. Yeah, you remember what? I've been watching it. She forces me to watch shit.
Flea in the comments says it's plastic.
Flea.
It's something, because I don't know what it is. I really don't.
It's not purple.
Shout out Keeping It Cloudy. Stay safe, guy. You too, brother. He also put, fuck this storm, just shovel. Looks like I didn't even shovel. Same here, bro. I just looked out the window at the car again, and I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, I was just out there. Like, why is it not, like, you know what I mean?
Every time I'm on your shows, I'm almost empty with my drinks.
You love drinking empty bottles of soda. He likes drinking nothing. Air. So Mini Jim said, thank you for the content. I enjoy watching your stream. while taking my morning dump. Appreciate
Wow.
you, Jim. And wherever you are, it's morning time. So that means we're international because
Yes.
it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here.
Yes.
So either you're just waking up and it's been a long day.
Or you just did that for views of your own.
Possible. That might be what Mini Jim is doing. We also have LOLKVF1D with some emojis.
Woo!
Weird fucking name. And then Flea asked, "Do you want to build a snowman?"
Nah, let it go.
No, I will not.
Let
be
it
able
go.
To get up
Let it
if I
go.
fucking try to make a snowman.
Let it go, right?
If I try to build, let's build an igloo and fish bowl it.
If I go outside, I'm gonna end up like the Campbell Soup snowman.
What about Campbell's soup not being real?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
What
They
if it
invited
was-
50 Campbell Soup invited 50 Cent to their factories to show that they have real meat in their soup. Because the CEO said that he don't eat Campbell Soup because it's bioengineered fake food.
Yeah, they
Who
probably had
put
real food
50
for
in
that day.
charge of declaring on what's real meat or not?
You know that's weird about it? If the CEO is saying it.
Right, I'm done with Campbell Soup. Ever since then, no
Yeah.
Campbell, sorry.
Yo, he really knows how to hustle his product. Really does, man. Yo,
But
that's like
this snowstorm, though, I look at the snow. The snow is fake. There's something up with the snow because of all the chemicals we got in the sky. That's some conspiracy theory shit for y'all. Clip that. But I feel like Mother Nature angry right now. There's like 23 states affected. There's already almost 1 million people without power. Like over 10,000 flights delayed or canceled because you can't see. And obviously you don't want to fly a plane if you can't see. Like that's not a good thing. But they're saying that like most of the country gonna get 1 foot or 2 feet of snow. Do you think how much do you think we gonna get here in the Massachusetts area?
like the storm we had in 1990 something, where we had the snow coming up this high, and I think it was 19 something. It was when it was when 64 came out or something.
You're talking about the April Fool's blizzard in 97.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, that was really a blizzard.
And it was on April Fool's Day. Like, hey, got jokes, mad snow.
No
But
fool
hey,
there.
at least we did not or do not expect to get snow like they had over in Russia. Check this out. We'll talk about it. There was people jumping off of apartment buildings into snow piles.
But
Like
they used to like cold weather out there. Who
Bro,
would
just
be
imagine
swimming in the
5
water?
stories. Just imagine an apartment building like 6 stories high. You jumping off the roof into snow. Because the snow drift is like 30 feet high.
What happens if you get lost in there and you suffocate?
That's a real concern, bro.
Like the guy that went
It's
search.
smart of you to think that, because bro, you're gonna jump into this pile of snow, and then like you got to get out of it, bro. Like,
And then you're facing downwards like that dude that got caught in the mountain. That was the medical student years ago, and they couldn't take him out, so he died.
And hopefully the snow is like a little soft. Otherwise, you're gonna knock yourself the fuck out. Just boom into some like frozen shit. Don't jump off of buildings.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, for real. And do not let it snow. Let it snow. Okay? Let it go. Do not let it snow. And J Rev official music. Shout out J Rev. Go stream his music on platforms. He said
I never know what he's doing.
15 and 18 inches.
And I got much love and respect for J Rev, but I never know what he's doing. One day he's a preacher, the next day he's wrestling, next day he's back.
He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I mean, jack of all trades.
Yeah, he's been doing this since the J1 era.
Absolutely. I actually renamed him. I'm the one that gave him the name J Rev.
Yes. Is he a Street Magic artist?
He's a Street Magic affiliate.
Yes. Like I'm a Street Magic affiliate.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to be a Street Magic artist. It takes a lot of showing up, a lot of proving. It takes some jumping through some hoops.
I still got my chain though. I still got my chain.
Right, because you jump through hoops. I mean, so it's all that matters. Now, I don't know how I feel about this snow, bro. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling all the snow. Like, I'm too old for this shit. I gotta go fucking shovel the car out again every 7.5 minutes. Like, by the time I'm done shoveling the car out of snow, it's
gotta go back and do it again.
And for real. Like, should I just stay out there all storm? Because, like, it's never ending.
I was thinking about my brother being in jail. They have the weirdest name for jails in Russia, like the Dolphin. But man, it'd be cold as hell out there, bro. Just saying.
You just said the jails in Russia are called the Dolphin?
Yeah, look it up. It's the worst jail in Russia.
I don't want to look up the Dolphin.
It's crazy,
I feel like
bro.
you're trying to tell me to look up some Blue Waffle type shit.
No, the Dolphin is a jail where they have. It's like in Russia. It's the coldest. They treat you the worst. You know.
Well, I assume Russian jail is bad because, like, you don't want to go jail in Russia.
Nah.
Now, everybody,
Don't
you seen
smoke
how I
weed
put
in
at
Russia.
highlight? Listen, everybody, you seen how I put at highlight? Do that in the comment section. Let's blow this up. And J Rev for True Facts, Aaron Oneida gave me my new name. Thank you for all your support. You already know. And actually, me and J Rev got a fucking country bop, a country hick hop record. I said it, a hick hop record. So a country hip hop record called Howdy that's available on all platforms. I mean, speaking of all platforms, go stream my brand new EP, Midnight Prophet, available on all platforms. That just had 95,000 streams since New Year's. And I got a brand new EP coming out the 30th this upcoming week with King Handsome Wildlife called Cheech and Chong Smoke Sessions. I mean, you can already stream Rapper Weed and Facelift off that project. A little shameless self promo, you know.
Yeah.
And speaking of little shameless self promo, we gonna get into some music real quick for y'all. We gonna start off with my record and then end up with Cassius's record. And the only reason why we gonna start off with my record is we was just talking about this snow, man. And I filmed this music video in the snow, man. So I guess you can call me a snow, man. You like that, huh? But it's called Winter Blues, and then the Cassius Flow record is called Better Days. Rock with it, yo. All nighter. Street meds. Yeah. Cold nights got me thinking about the way things change. Snowfall on the window while I fight this pain. Heart froze like the city in the deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yo, I've been doing this since 98. Step up to me, I just annihilate. I rep 508, even though they all hate. I know why, it's cause I got a bigger plate. Hate, it just gas up the engine. Gives me more fuel every time I'm not mentioned. Heart froze like the city in a deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Get a winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Get these winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do?
Yo, what up? It's Cassius. Alright? Better days are coming. I might have been a problem, yeah, I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed.
Yeah, I might have been a problem, yeah, I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from a truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Used to blame the world, now I'm looking inside. Had to swallow all my pride just to heal my mind. I was lost up in the smoke in the late night rides, trying to numb all this pain, but it still survived. Had to cut off this weight, had to switch my path, had to bow to myself, I ain't ever looking back. Yeah, seen the bottom, seen the struggle, felt the coldest nights. Now I'm building up my life, got my focus right. Ain't no shame disguised, need just proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came in pain that I caught. But I'm here still standing, still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Ain't no shame in disguise, need just proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came in pain that I caught. Yeah, but I'm here still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Yeah, I might have been a problem, now I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from a truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Every hour was a lesson, every tear was a sign. Had to break through the darkness just to let myself shine. Used to feel like a burden, used to drown in my past. Now I'm building up my future, putting foot on the gas. Ain't no heroes, had to earn my worth. Had to heal from a trauma just to know my worth. Seen homies raised, loved ones lost. Had to pay with my soul, but I'm knowing the cost. Now I'm speaking for the ones who are stuck in the storm. Let them know they ain't alone, they can still transform. It's a fight, it's a war, but you own that flame. Ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. It's a fight, it's a war,
But you own that flame, ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. Just embrace that change, I hope you know everything can be okay.
Hold on, you muted.
Oh, I looked at that picture. My friend Charlie that passed is in that picture.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. If that video was shot by the guy who runs the RCC, he does a lot of videography, and then he shot the video and I just edited it.
So actually explain that record a little bit. How song come about?
Because I've been up and down with some struggles. Everything started getting better in my life, and then some struggles happen, but there's always a reason for it. Stuff don't come into your life if it ain't something that you have to be strengthened for. There might be a blessing that I don't know is coming. People have seen I've been going through stuff where I'm living, but now I've also had to still and think, like, what is my, because I I'm about God and all that stuff. So what is he trying to tell me? Because maybe I need to slow down a little bit, because I'm always I overwhelm myself with doing so much, and then I don't get nothing out of it. I usually help everybody else, but who does for me sometimes? Sometimes I got to do for me. So it's
Speaking
about
of
better
God,
days.
tell people about how you've been live streaming and doing a worship type live.
Yeah, I've been praying on live, and it's weird because some of the influencers, I want to first state this: I am not a pastor or a preacher. You don't got to be that to pray. Let me tell you that. There's a young kid that just posted a video that made the other day. It was dope. He's like, I'm not a preacher. God told me to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a person that's part of my church, Redemption, which is a sister church to New Life. And I'm also part of Mark Men for Christ. So I pray over people. And, the 1 week I didn't pray, I got a little jammed. As long as I stay on the fact of, praying, for me it works. It might not be what you believe in, but I know my tooth infection, which I couldn't get fixed, and all this medical stuff I'm going through, people prayed over me, and I don't need as much pain meds, so I know something's there. So that's why Yahweh Must Shine is my it's supposed to be my Bible study, but lately I just been doing Yahweh's daily worship, and that's the YMS I'm under. Like, there's a whole bunch of parts of YMS, Your Major Studios. There's Your Major Soup, which is gonna be our pantry. There's which is gonna broadcast other things. There's a whole bunch of stuff like Your Major Sneakerhead. Doc 29 is our mic drop platform where we promote nationwide. We have a whole team. We've been in videos with people like Dice Peso, and we're connected with a lot of people out there doing stuff. And if you didn't watch the Hip Hop Everything, I think it was last week. Those are the CEOs, Samaj and Young Real Loud. Yeah.
We did the full interview with them. And also, Elso, one of the producers, was on it.
Yeah, Elso is a good dude.
So go check that out.
Makes beats. I also do photo shoots now if anyone needs it.
But I like how in that record, you talked about how you identified yourself being a problem and you're trying to move on to better days. Explain how you come to the conclusion that you could be the problem, and how did you learn how to take accountability for your actions?
Well, I'm a recovering addict, and when it got to the point that that basically, because of my stigma, I couldn't get the proper help, and I really had to do extra showing what was going on. When your community looks at you like something, like I walked into a restaurant the other day, they call me Cuckoo Adam, I know I was off. You know why I was off? Because I wasn't taught better. I was adopted. I went through struggles. I was in and out of the system. I went to Meadoridge. That school where that kid killed that lady.
Yeah.
Recently, and I was part of that because they switched the equilibrium of everywhere. Like Meadoridge was the highly functioning, and Swansea wasn't. They switched the campuses now. But I went to that school. I went to Chamberlain, and I learned a lot. One of my recovery peer specialist people was Mark Goddard from the show Lost in Space. I didn't even know he was from that show until after I left there. It's crazy, but he was a good dude, and he taught me a lot. So I've always never could admit that I was the problem. And how it all started was I had a heart surgery, and when the pain was, when I had to get the surgery, they didn't have pain meds. I learned that when I started to admit it was anxiety, it changed. When I started admitting that the drugs was a problem, it changed. When I stopped worried about my attitude, it changed. When I forget where I come from and act egotistical, I start to go back to the old me. And I don't want that. So, I don't involve myself in anyone's drama. Like, if I had a problem with you and I said it about you, it's my own issue with you. And if you're not honest with yourself, if anyone else I connect with has an issue, it has nothing to do with me. My issue is because of my issue. And I try not to add anyone into the equilibrium of that. I try to stay focused because, that's how it is. After being through what I've been going through and what I've been through, I've started to learn, like, you know what? Sometimes you don't got to be so right, you're wrong.
So in the comment section, CS person P PI5LQ, says jizz drinkers.
Yo, these are probably like trolls. It's funny as hell.
I love trolls because they really thought about somebody guzzling some jizz. And
Yo,
that
it's
was
funny
the
as hell.
thought process when they
Is that what
was
they do? And they want us to know? They have a problem
It's,
drinking
it's
jizz?
like a deflection type shit. Maybe CS person
There's a jizz drinker.
PI5LQ needs to
Go to
go
Jizz
get a
Drinkers
cup of
Anonymous.
something.
Go to Jizz Drinkers Anonymous.
Something. They also put sick fuck traitor MAGA moron Trump pansy.
Can I tell you? I hear a lot of people saying Democrat and Republican. You know what the problem is? The people that ain't Democrat or Republican that could vote, that could go to city council. Hey, you even ran for office, mayor. It's that simple. No excuse. If you can do something positive and you can work and you can use your 2 damn feet, then you have no excuse why you can't do something, you know? Because me, yes, I'm on.
Honestly, I think a lot of people get it misconstrued, but this motherfucker is saying.
Do you even know where the
Hold on, this motherfucker saying this MAGA Trump pansy shit. I'm in the middle, bro. I don't even like any of these politicians. I got a song with It's Your Boy Fifth called Illusions available on all platforms.
Yeah.
Where I said, whether left or right, red or blue, you a fool if you think they really care about you.
It's all about the almighty dollar and the dollar and the might. Something like that, right?
You can tell by the fees and the homeless at night. Come on. You know what I mean? So, like, Democrats, Republicans, like, all of y'all are brainwashed because you're putting a letter next to, like, a name and you're lining up with a letter and you're just looking at a letter and you're like, that's my team. That's my team.
You're either, what is it, a goat and what else? A cow? Not cow. Fucking elephant.
Nah, it's a donkey and an elephant.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A donkey and an elephant. Like, they had to pick the most ridiculous animals.
I would have been a lion or something, you know?
Lion, a tiger, a shark. I mean, something crazy.
Oh my.
No, a donkey. That's your
dragon.
mascot, right? An elephant. That's your mascot, right? Come on, now.
Emily.
But since we had to talk about Trump and Z, we're gonna see a recent poll of a bunch of Americans, obviously. Nah, they might have asked Somalians. I don't know. But we're going to see some Trump approval ratings. Check it out. We'll talk about it. And in the comment section below, do you approve of what Trump's done in his first year back in office, or are you against it? Comment below. Check it out, yo.
CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now with new polling on how Americans feel 1 year into the second Trump administration. So, Anthony, let's start with one of the biggest issues, of course, the economy. What are you seeing?
Okay, so the first thing to do is start with people and how they're expressing their own financial situation. And they've told us throughout the year they don't think their income is keeping up with inflation. Prices, inflation, that's been a top issue throughout the year.
He was asked about that in the White House briefing room today.
Indeed. So, look, how does this affect the president? Well, here's his overall approval, and it's been about this now for some weeks. But what you do is first look at it by party, where you see, and this has been a story all year, really strong support from Republicans, less so, and over the course of the year, some declines among independents and negative among Democrats. Now, come back to the economy for a second. I'm going to show you these specific issues. He's gotten, throughout the course of the term, lower ratings on handling inflation in the economy than he has on immigration. And these two have really tracked along with his overall approval. So if I show you his overall approval right here, the story was that at the start of the term, there was a lot of optimism, voters told us about. It started to decline as people continued to say that prices were a factor. And then it got down to the low, then the low 40s. Right there, tracking all together.
All right, so it's an election year. What stands out to you as we prepare. I can't believe it, for another campaign season.
Well, look, one of the big things is going to be on what issues does this campaign center, right? The earlier report talked about the border. This is a poll from December. I want to start with this by showing you that there's a substantial majority of Americans who do say that the president's policies are making migrant crossings at the borders go down. So that's one of the things I think when you look forward into 2026 and the elections, what is he going to be talking about as far as his success stories is concerned? One of the things, too, when you look on the Democratic side, right, do the Democrats have confidence that their party and their party in Congress can successfully challenge or oppose the president, which they want him to? Increasingly, a lot of Democrats say no. That's important because you've got to get that base excited, right? You've got to get that base motivated going into an election year. And then take a look at this. Just who has a better approach? Come back to immigration policy, come back to economic policy. For all the things I just outlined for you and those troubles and people concerned about prices and inflation, you still see, while many are not sure or say neither, you still see Donald Trump and the Republicans rating comparably better than Democrats on who has a better approach. And what I think that tells you is the Democrats in the midterms, people are looking to say, well, what is the alternative to this? That's going to be a key thing to watch as we go forward.
Okay, Anthony Savanta, thank you.
Thanks.
What's up? Yep.
All right. So, as it makes sense, all the Republicans, like 90-something% of Republicans, they obviously approve of what Trump's doing. And obviously, like 90% of Democrats disapprove. You don't really need a poll for that type of shit. However, it's so blurred where there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about the people that should be speaking?
Right. I think that there should just be more middle people. And people say fuck a letter. You know what I mean? Because a party being too big makes it where it's literally just a flip of a coin. It's either heads or tails, Democrat or Republican. Which one? Pick. You don't really have an option. You don't really have a democracy.
So how do you get to talk as a community person in the country, somewhere like Jelly Roll did in Congress? And
you gotta become famous because Jelly Roll didn't get that opportunity.
We should have that opportunity, actually. If we can do that in the city, we should be able to do that in every part of government.
True. But on that level of government, he was only able to do it in front of Congress and the Senate because of his popularity and fame.
What he can do.
Right. So they're like, okay, he is a big name. He has a huge following. Let's let him talk. You know what I mean? And hear him out. Whereas regular schmegular Cassius Flow 508, they're not going to allow you to talk about what your ideas to help the community are in front of the Senate.
But here's the worst thing about it. We're the citizens. We are. So they don't want us to speak what we feel.
But that's why we speak it here.
Yeah.
Now they give us the platforms that we can utilize to speak this.
But then they can stop you because I share my music on posts and I get blocked.
True. But that's when you got to get your own website, your own domain name, all of that.
I own my GetRecMultimedia.com name. So if anyone has that website, I could get it off you. It's internationally owned.
Right.
I put it also, not only did I do it as the website, I put it in the name of my business. So anyone who uses it can.
Nah, in the comment sections, J Rev put, if people knew their constitution, then they would know we the people have the say, not the government. He also commented, Trump doing everything he promised he was going to do. And
I can say that. I can say he does that. What does Greenland have to do with it, though?
We're going to get to Greenland in a second. Before that, shout out King Handsome, Whoa Life.
Whoa.
And Whoa said, yo, tell Cash hit me up. Tell Whoa I need him to help get some flyers out there for this upcoming Terminology show.
I met Terminology because of him. He brought me out to the Pearl. No, is it the Pearl up in New Hampshire?
Well, he got an upcoming show with Terminology at Medici and Providence coming up soon. So he gonna holler at you, you holler at him. You know what I mean? Work on that term show.
Yeah. I'm about business and stuff, yeah.
No, yeah. Now, Greenland. Before we get to Greenland, right?
Move. Not now.
I want to know how you feel about Trump. J-Rev in the comments said that Trump did everything that like he said he was gonna do. I mean, when it's like deporting people, all of that. Like, how you feel about Trump right now?
I feel Trump has a backbone, but I feel like he shouldn't have the control that he does on certain things. I feel like more of the people should. I think I also think that just because you're president, if you've done any crimes, you shouldn't just be wiped clean because you're president. That's a conflict of interest.
Right.
Oh, that's how I feel. You know, like I feel like there should be more done, you know, with that. I feel like people should be able to be younger to be president. I feel like a lot of different things with that. I also feel that
right, but keeping the answer to about Trump, right?
Yeah.
You feel like Trump got a backbone, but needs to be like controlled a little bit.
His ego. I see that he's a businessman.
Right.
If you now to back it off when he lost last time and he got told he couldn't be in office, I pay attention a lot to a lot of things. The logo for the person that told on to the about the AMC movie thing was actually a picture of Trump, which makes me, knowing Trump knows money, who else could have posted that and nobody ever found out who that person was. He's a businessman. He's smart. He's intelligent. He hangs with one of the most richest, smartest dudes out there, autistic, just like me. Elon, very intelligent guy. I don't put anything under him, but I feel like there's certain motivations that should be more genuine.
Right. See, I think Trump got a backbone, like you said, but I feel like he off the rails a little bit too.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
All right. Did we ever see the person's body of the person who tried to shoot him in the air?
No, we never seen the body.
We saw a fuzzy thing online. Here's another one. Why was there no Charlie Kirk funeral that everybody knew about?
They had some type of like service.
But you didn't see his body?
Yeah, but that could just be like privacy shit.
Somebody would have leaked it, like when they go to North Korea and they leak the flowers being put on. Let me tell.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, especially with the
and if you think that it's another smart thing to think about. He's friends with a guy that makes robots. You think that he couldn't have had a fake Trump out there? Sometimes, just think about that.
Listen, I think we're gonna get to some robot talk in a little bit, but
say
with Trump saying and keeping all of his promises, a lot of his promises were about deporting illegals. But there's protests. There's a lot going on with ICE, whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you support it or you don't. Yeah. We're going to talk about it, and we want to hear how you feel in the comments below. Check it out,
yeah, it
yo.
looks like an incredibly, potentially dangerous scene setting up there. People just facing off, federal agents in one line, protesters in the other.
Based on what we've seen this morning.
Based on what we've seen this morning. We hope cooler heads prevail here. Right. But that is not always the case in these extremely emotional situations in Minneapolis, which honestly, this has been building now for weeks and weeks and weeks, the powder keg.
That's right. And we should be going
you could see now.
Go ahead, Sandy.
Actually, sorry to interrupt, but you can see now that they're bringing this police tape probably to this area, just making it a bigger border. But that's what you see there, is that they're bringing another line of police tape. It looks like they're likely going to tie it right around here, just creating this bigger border here and trying to get some of those barricades. Yeah, this bigger perimeter here, and trying to get some of those barricades taken out of the area as well.
And again, those barricades set there by protesters early this morning, not long after this initially happened. I know, Chris, you guys were on the air when that was happening this morning. Garbage cans. It looks like there's some spikes, stop sticks out there as well to try and block cars from leaving. And it appears that's what ICE agents or federal agents, I don't see exactly who they are with, but federal or FBI agents trying to remove at this moment. It is 11:33 now. We are waiting for a news conference from the city of Minneapolis scheduled for 11:30. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bogino scheduled for a news conference at noon. So we are going to bring you those as soon as we get them.
Also, before we go to Ian Russell in 1 second, I just want to let people know, as you're turning on the TV right now, what is happening. This is not just an act of protest against ICE or federal agents in Minneapolis. It is a protest against the shooting that has been reported and allegedly recorded from federal agents against a person. We don't know who the person is, except for that it is a 51-year-old man, according to the Associated Press, and that person has...
All right. So, 51-year-old man shot and killed by ICE. People are protesting, but let me lead with this. It was reported that the man had a 9mm gun. Tried to pull the gun out on the ICE agent.
Was there proof of it?
I haven't personally seen the videos, but that's what's going
reported.
Around. Right. The mainstream news is saying the man was pulling out a gun. The officer defended himself. If that's the story and the narrative, right, that we running with, then the officer did have the right to defend himself. And honestly, there's some type of issue if you pulling out a gun on a federal officer, on any type of officer.
Yeah. Like that guy in that video that recently was posted. He was hit and they still shot him.
Right. Like, however, like, if he was pulling the gun out on the cop, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that a life was lost, but, like, you can't, like, do that. You know what I mean? That officer's going to defend their own life. And they have the right given to them by their position. Do I feel like I think that there should be like some new type of weapon that officers have, right?
They have
like,
it.
Like, know how they got the tasers where people like freeze up and shit? They need something stronger than that. That's like
they have a thing called the burner that has the pepper balls, and it also has something the electric. I can't think of it.
Yeah, but I think something else, something that like makes somebody like just freeze, like something where they don't have to go to straight like killing people and the large body mass shoot for the chest or face type shit. You know what I mean? They could like hit you with like a stun gun 10,000 where like you instantly just done.
Do you know how this has all started? People who are citizens being arrested for no reason. That's where the beginning of it was. Everything else comes even worse.
Well, there's a lot of things. I say this all the time. The system is designed to keep a handful of people at the bottom. And the schooling system is designed to weed out who they're going to put at the bottom and who's going to get the top. So when you go to school, look at life like this. When you go to school, you become the citizen you're going to be as an adult. So if you graduate high school and society norm, you go to college, you get a job, you do that. You do what they want you to do and get into these careers. You'll be better off than the people who did not complete high school.
But that's not the American dream.
But the American dream is a dream.
Yeah.
All it is a dream. Dreams are different than reality. The American dream is different than the American reality. And people don't realize that. We just keep thinking the American dream. Well, the system is designed this way because who's going to work at Taco Bell? Who gonna work at McDonald's?
Don't
I
get me
mean,
in that.
You got a college degree and all of this other shit. Well, you think
They
that-
need to have better management in Taco Bell and McDonald's.
Right, but it's a starter job, and it's a
yeah. I was,
hey, you didn't make it in life, so here's a keep you just alive job.
Yeah,
that's what that is. It's a bottom feeder type business, but somebody's got to do it. Those are going to be the businesses that get replaced by robots because
the Seahawks scored first.
It'll be more efficient than humans.
Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks are the first ones on the other side to get a touchdown.
Nice.
0-7 for any of the NFC side.
All right. And again, congrats, New England Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Nah, we do. The dynasty's back with Drake May this time. I mean, it's starting now.
I can tell you he came in half the season. He came in half the season I think it was last year. I might be wrong, but there was already not stuff going right. Now, I look at it like this. He came in a really bad situation. So everybody thought he wasn't a good quarterback, right? Now, Vrabel, working with Tom, working with Hernandez, working with Belichick, you think he don't know the cheat codes of how to do all this, right? Then if he kept the quarterback, knowing he's been with Super Bowls with him, then he knows what he's doing. I think the whole Mayo thing came just so we wouldn't know what was going on, because Drake has like a mixture of Joe Montana legs, bro. This dude, but he takes beatings like Dan Marino, bro. Like a guy who he really does. If you watch that game today, that he ain't afraid to run and get in the middle of everyone. So
Right.
That's how it is. He started from the bottom, now he's here.
Facts. Now, we're gonna get back to this.
Shout out to Wendy Chase.
So with the incomes, they make it where there is a low class of people to do the low end jobs. You know what I mean?
And they make it harder for you to come out of that with the housing and controlling how much you can make to get out of it.
Right, because they need people to stay in those jobs. So they need you for the system to work as it's designed. It's designed for people to fail.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's designed to keep the country still going. If you
Right.
really pay attention to it, they get paid to have Packers. They get paid to have Stepping Stones. Those places. If I want to open a building where Stepping Stone is, right, and I'll open a business, but Stepping Stone can get free grants from the state to keep those buildings refurbished and all that.
right, because they need people to go in those buildings.
So they want you. That's why, honestly, I know that these programs save, but that's why Suboxone and the methadone are there, so they can get paid. And if you screw up, it keeps you going in to feed the government for your hurting.
Not only that, it's like they need people to work these low-end jobs. They need people to work at Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King. You know what I mean? Because the robots ain't here yet. So, like, all right, who's going to keep these billion-dollar companies afloat? It's going to be teenagers and people who have failed in life. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's who's going to be it. And then, like, the people who failed at life, they become successful and become managers at McDonald's or manager at Taco Bell. Just because they older. And that's all.
Success. That's their success.
Right, but their success is still a society failure.
It is.
It's still lower end.
And then they treat some of their workers like crap.
Right, but I think during our youth, they need to emphasize more about how important it is. Like, yeah, they emphasize like, yo, go to school, do the right thing, behave, get a good job, college, all that shit. But they need to really like emphasize it and get people ready instead of like people falling off the rails. Because you
What
fall
happens
off
if-
the rails, they don't tell you how hard it is to get back on track.
Yeah. So what happened is all these budget cuts happened, right? People couldn't get surgeries. They had rides that would help people go to meetings that would stop. They had rides to get people who are disabled and also any insurance to their appointments that were even to the supermarket. Now, here's a kicker. Watch what I'm about to tell you. I just lost it for a second, but I know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So with that happening, right? What happens if we don't have Section 8 no more? That's what got me thinking. What happens if the food stamp thing isn't just for a month?
Yeah.
So me being a disabled person, knowing that I'm strengthened more than I thought because I had to lose everything. I had to lose any connection to money, any family, most of my community. Learn that, you know what? There's only one way Cassius can grow the hell up, and that is to grow the hell up. So even with the struggles I'm going through now, if I didn't know what I knew, I'd probably be already homeless. Because of what this dude's doing, bro. It's been on the radio, like all this stuff. But, you know, the thing is I don't want to be what the society thinks of people with autism. They think we're retarded, stupid, and dumb. When actually, if anyone actually sat down and learned how I do things, I'm a genius. You know, geniuses sometimes don't pass high school. You want to know why? Because think about that dude, that white dude. I can't think of his name. Albert Einstein. He failed math in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we can just be intelligent. I'm very well. I watch around me. I pay attention. I think too much, and I learn. I adapt. Some people don't know how to adapt. A regular person without issues like me would probably look at outside like, oh, I'm God, the world's coming to an end. Me, I'm so used to struggling that this is nothing for me. You know, it's nothing for me. When I look at the world differently, you see someone talking to themselves. I see someone that's never alone. If I'm by myself, I'm in my head. I think the world differently in a different way that the world don't see. You're laughing at that person. That person's talking to himself, but that dude's never alone and never upset. Think about how that works.
It's a way to look at it. That's a different
Someone else's downfall is someone else's, you know, because when I'm here, when I'm arguing, like me and my girl had an argument the other day. She left for a walk up the street. I'm thinking she's gone, right? I'm thinking, damn, I don't want to be in this fucking house in my head right now. The snow's coming and all that shit. And she comes back, right? And I'm like, I still think about how blessed I am to have this woman and how blessed I am to have my dogs and how blessed I am to have anybody, you know, blessed to have a computer to even be on here. What happens if everything's shut off right now?
Right.
You know, and I'm stuck in my head not realizing how blessed I am. I don't have a lot of family. My family became meetings, my church, and music. Most of my family don't talk to me. And the only family that does is barely can talk to because he's in jail in Colorado.
Right.
So that's how.
So is that your struggles? That's what led you to like doing the music?
Well, pain enhanced my vision. Music came into my heart because that was the only way I could write. I was in Arbor Fuller Hospital. I had tried to hang myself, and the lady said, "Why don't you write your stuff down?" Okay, so I started writing poetry. Then I got into music, and then I started what really got me going into is I became part of Real Loud, right? And he and bro would never want to hear my music, so I kept wanting to get better to show him. And then I was going to all the events he was going to. We went up to a whole bunch of places. We met a lot of people, and then I'm like, you know what? I got to keep going because this is helping me release my, you know, I don't trust half the people. I don't trust most men, but I trust the ones that do are the ones I trust because of past stuff. And you know, everybody's left me. So the only way I could feel I could release myself was through music. And then I found an eye for the camera. And then I found an eye for graphics. So Young showed me how to use a couple of apps, and I got better at it. And some of them I showed you about them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and that's the thing is, you know, and me right now, I've never really had a lot of money. But if you look on my Facebook, everything I get to do is with little money. Just like a regular person, but I get to go and meet famous people. I get to I get to go in the community to all the events. I'm invited to events normal people wouldn't be invited to. I like it's literally to the point where I did this all with food stamp, with social security money type stuff. And I did it because people are seeing what I'm doing and they're liking it. It means that my talents helped me. And how I even grew from this is learning I'm bigger than what the system wants me to think. I don't have to be that cuckoo Adam, like I said. I don't gotta be that way. And you know what? That's how it is. If you don't like me and you don't say it to me, I don't care. Someone tried to bring it to me in market basket. My man said you won't help me, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, you sent me over here to get this. I don't care what either one of you says. I will drink both of these damn sodas in front of you. Don't bring it to me. And they calmed down. They wanted me to get them because they couldn't go into that part of the store because they got in trouble to get them a soda. And I don't want about that. So I
now, have you noticed since you've become more deep into spirituality and are more consistent and focused on your music career in graphics and photography, that your life has been more positive and peaceful?
Yes, except for the little dramas in this house that I've been going through with this landlord, shutting off my, like, it's been a problem. But I have noticed that with my girlfriend, Frankie, she has showed me where sometimes I don't have to say a thing. Sometimes how I talk to people is wrong. And I don't mean it because I'm just blunt. I'm more blunt than a pack of backwoods.
Right.
But literally, it's just I had to realize that I don't gotta be a pack of backwoods. I could do it with the opening up a Bible or something before I read it. Because if you look it up, you even Google it. Do you have scripture on being homeless? They'll show you. So I look at that before I do anything, and then I reach out to people like Tito or you or Brett and say, yo, and he's like, bro, it's not that serious. But sometimes in my head, I'm still working on that. It's not that serious. In your head, you think all this, whatever. In my head, I don't know a lot of stuff. I didn't have real brothers around me all the time. And my family mostly gave up on me. And then my community gave up on me. And then I gave up on me.
Now, how old were you when you first noticed that you were having mental health issues?
I was I noticed when I had punched a senior at Vogue and got kicked out. And then after that, I never went to school at New Bedford High. I sat on the Blue House porch smoking a blunt. A lot of people don't know the usages of substances I used before because a lot of times I didn't do it around people. And sometimes I didn't even take the psych meds, which I have none anymore. I don't take psych meds anymore, which is a blessing. That, you know, there was a lot of things that I did what nobody knew. Like I kept everything from everybody. I isolated. I didn't want the world to see it. You know, like I come from, my weight went up and down from 460 to like 200, up and down. Like I didn't care about my life, and I pushed people to stop. I pushed people away.
Explain the weight change from 460 to 200.
Well, they put me on Depakote and all these psych meds that were supposed to relax my mind and calm me down. So Depakote, so just so I can give you a synopsis of how much meds they had me in. I was on Depakote, lithium, 2 salts, very strong salts. I was on Thorazine, Trazodone. Just think about that for a minute. I was on Xanax. I was on such a potion you wouldn't even believe. I was so out of it, they had to give me caffeine pills to keep me awake. So imagine that and then getting into drugs, right? And then happen to drop all of that. You think I'm gonna be normal? And then all the traumas I went through in life, like you know, and then people just, you know, like my mom said, well, he got these issues. I got these issues because you wouldn't let me grow. I left my house so I could grow because you weren't letting me.
What do you mean you weren't allowed to grow?
See, I was sheltered too much and I didn't like it. I wanted to see what was out there. After I got out of Chamberlain, I didn't feel right. I wanted to see what the world was, right? I didn't want to be stuck under rules that I can't have friends come over. And it was just how my life was. And then through other traumas I've been through, like abuses I've been through, I wanted to get some air and learn about the world. I wanted not to be I wanted to be better than what I thought I was. And I knew I could.
You feel like being sheltered prevented you from like building a thick skin and being able to react differently out in the real world?
Yes, but I already had to learn it. And sometimes even with the thick skin, I don't have the heart to hurt people. But if I was to tap out, it's a whole different story. Not many people have seen.
Right.
Not many people have seen because I didn't get into the music scene until I started calming down. People don't know that part of me. And it's good they don't know that part of me. I was the type of guy that used to cut myself and like watching myself bleed. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I used to like I get out of the psych unit. Before that, I go back in. And if someone pissed me off, I'd throw a fucking TV at your head. I didn't give a fuck. But I
Now,
started being calmer.
what got you out of that rut and made it where you were able to get past acting and behaving and lashing out like that?
It started because one of my bestest friends, my father, adopted father, because my biological father did nothing for me. I got arrested because I punched him in the face. I never would. This is the guy that fought in war. This is the guy that did so, and then I just broke down. I got a chins put on me. And you know what happened? I was put in Chamberlain, Metteridge, Key Program, Top East. I was supposed to go to a program called it was another program in Tonga, Crossroads, I think it was, and they ended up putting me in psych units, and then I went to Metteridge and all these places, right? When I went to St. Vincent's, that was a whole different. That was the first place I went to, and it's kind of convenient how the guy who was my worker, I was his first client, was the one who signed my daughter's adoption. But I ain't gonna tell you too much about that because they fucked up. Let's just say that. So like literally, he brought me to a one in Fall River. I thought it was carded 7, but it had a hockey thing in the basement. That's all I remember. And then they brought me to Dome 2 in Westport, which they had like a $2 million gym. And then they moved me around all these places. And I remember the Key Program where they took your sneakers and they gave you scrubs at night. And it was in South Yarmouth or West Yarmouth. I remember all these places.
Now, how do you feel about the mental health services that are provided here in America? Do you think it's top notch or low level?
Well, I think there should be more CBT stuff and all that, and I almost said EBT, DBT stuff more. And I like how they transition from having just plain detoxes in certain places to all the Arbor system having dual. Everything's dual. Because I remember JP having just, it wasn't working well, So I also like the fact that I think we should have more of those programs in all states. Like my brother went to Colorado. He left here. He was part of something I don't want to talk about. It was a two-sided story, but because of what he did, it became a one-sided story. But he was like set up on some shit. So the fact is I called out there to get him help. They don't got a DMH out there. It's called like I forgot what they called it. So he's the only places that I've heard recently is the jails have the better psychological programs, and he's in a program out there that's in jail that's really helping him. He never got to work on these things. My brother was the kid who took care of the rest of us, and I wasn't around during this time. I was adopted already. He was the one who hid the kids when my mom overdosed. He was the one who had to deal with that. And he had to be the father for all of us. And we all had different dads. My biological dad is dead. He died years ago. And it was an alcoholic. And, when I was born, I was supposed to not live, to be honest with you. I was on an incubator for a year. And my aunt on my biological family, which I haven't talked to, would say they wouldn't let my biological mom near me because I don't know if it's true. And this is not saying things negative on my biological mother because she made the choice to put me up for adoption. And even through my health, my adoptive family's been amazing no matter what. There's some mistakes that I've made. Let's just put that. But I heard from my aunt, and I don't know if it's true, that I was born because of a crime. And my mom didn't want me because it triggered her. I don't know if it's true. I don't know the full details. My aunt told me that. My other brother, Billy, was adopted by a family, and I was adopted out. And it was a really tough situation for me. And, I always felt like nobody wanted me. And sometimes, even to this time right now, I still feel it because I get my stigma thrown at me. That's what gets me to write more. I got a whole bunch of new music that nobody's even heard yet, because I don't share everything yet, because my pain is helping me write better. So, that's just how it is. Like someone once told me that I'm the psychiatric version of Jelly Roll. I didn't go to jail as much, but I'm the psychiatric version of Jelly Roll.
That is very possible. Knowing you
for what I've been through.
I have.
Yeah, I'm muted, I think.
No, I'm not muted. But yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now as I sing this loud? Somebody in the comment section below, tell me if you can hear me singing, bro.
I can hear it now. Sorry, you know what happened? My speaker unplugged. I had to fix
You just wanted to hear me sing.
No.
And that cost $75, please. I'll send the contract later.
Put that at Trump Pansies bill.
I'll put that in a PDF file and share that.
I didn't realize it unplugged. I'm like, oh shoot, what the heck?
Wild. Now people that are tuned in, they're like, what the fuck was that
We were just seeing if you were paying attention.
Exactly. We're just waking y'all up real quick.
It was all part of the show.
It was all planned.
Do you think they believe that?
Matt Scott, I hear you singing. J-Rev, you should try doing a R&B song. Probably not, J-Rev. Thanks
You won't
for
do no
setting me
Jodeci?
up for
You won't
failure,
sing no
bro.
Jodeci?
J-Rev wanted to set me up for failure. He's like, do it, bro. Do it. He's like, yeah, you can sing.
Some Charlie Wilson. Some John B.
Yeah. You got jokes.
Some
What
As
the
Yet.
Fuck.
I won't say Isley
definitely
Brothers because I
set
know
me
who
up
they
for
relate to.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited about the EP that's coming out on the 30th. Cheech and Chong, Smoke Sessions, me, King Handsome, Woe Life. We already got Facelift and Rapper Weed on all platforms. And I'm about to burn another one because right after this podcast, I got to go shovel out this fucking car again because, you know, a whole other foot of snow just dropped. Fuck my life. This is where we need the robots for, bro. I need the robot to go shovel the car out.
They be tweaking
Just
out.
send it
though.
outside. It comes back 10 minutes later and plugs back into the wall. Perfect. Why can't everybody have one?
Well,
would you be okay with a like if they sold affordable robots in your house? Would you buy one?
You want to know why I'll say no? I just saw one that had more Tourette moves than me the other day on the ground. He twits out. I don't want a robot killing me, bro. Like, look, this human must die.
Listen, I think we're a long way from that.
I said something to Surrey and it told me 700 million ways, 700 times I was going to kill me, not million. 700 times and how it would kill me. I don't never know what I said, but when it told me how it would kill me 700 times, it scared me.
Matt Scott said, I'm down with robots shoveling snow for me.
Make sure they're waterproof.
And then in the comments, Bruce says, Aaron singing opera now. Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's my new album. Yeah, what do you know about my next album is opera.
Aaron Bocelli. Aaron Bocelli.
J Rev says, I've done a jazz, blues, and a metal song, but my main genre is hip hop. J Rev don't know what type of music artist he wants to be.
Hey, can I go wrestle with you?
Whatever genre of music it lands on. He said,
Jay,
that's the song I'm doing today.
Does J Rev still wrestle?
I don't know what J Rev does.
I want to wrestle. I want to get thrown over stuff.
You should stream it on all platforms.
Yep.
Because we have a country hip hop song together called Howdy. Yeah, like I said, a country hip hop record.
Yeah.
Because the man
like
hit me up.
So type shit.
Listen. So let me explain. J-Rev hits me up. And J-Rev's in the comments. All right. J-Rev right there in the comments. Says, yo, I want to do a hip hop record. I want it to be like country, but rap type beat. Can you make the beat? I said, I got you. So my ass goes listening to some old Bubba Sparks delivery from him and Timbaland when traveling for some time. So I'm listening to that beat, right? And I'm like, I can make something like this. So I'm playing around with the guitars and all this wild shit, making fucking a country beat that I ain't never made before. Make this country barbecue fucking bonfire type record. I lay my vocals down on it. I send it back to J-Rev. J-Rev was just getting back into engineering his own music. And then the record was a little muddy. I fixed it. We got it up on all platforms. And it's a bop. It really is. And the bass on this hip hop record called Howdy by me and J-Rev is literally like a deep, deep bass. And J-Rev says, yes, he still wrestles. So he is a wrestling reverend who raps and does metal, opera, jazz, and blues records. That is J-Rev. Since Cassius Flow said, what is J-Rev up to now? He said, we should perform sometime. We should.
Yeah.
We should. We should definitely pull out that Howdy record sometime this summer when it's warmer and it feels ready. J-Rev, actually, I know you said that you know a nice piece of land somewhere in Westport. Maybe we can do an outdoor event on that piece of land and get something going. Now, Cassius Flow is letting y'all know he's a limited edition.
Yep.
There's one and only Cassius Flow 508. Make sure you stream Cassius Flow 508 on all platforms. Go stream his music. He got a bunch of records out there. And actually, let's see on your Spotify, what is your most popular record? What do you think it is? Or do you know what Spotify has?
The one with Fifth.
Cards dealt. Now let me see over here. Cassius Flow 508. Let me type that in. You got it all spelled together, one word?
What is it called?
Yeah, there we go. It's all one word, Cassius Flow 508. Nah, actually, your most popular number one song is Respect.
That's my new one.
And then it's Remember Me. Then You Belong With Me. That's biggest
my
fan.
song.
More will be revealed.
Play Respect so people can hear it? It just dropped.
I don't want to get us copyrighted because they're going to pull it.
But you can accept it. And they'll let it go because it's been the first time you've had to deal with that.
That's a little bit of respect right there. Cassius Flow is going to work on a music video for that this week. That way we can play that on the Hip Hop Everything podcast next Sunday. So that's a little homework assignment for Cassius Flow 508 to get done for y'all, the people. But since we're talking about music, we're going to get back to the music real quick. And we're going to run back them two records that we played earlier in the show. Cassius Flow 508, Better Days, and my brand new video available on Aaron All Nighter Vivo. off the Midnight Prophet EP, Winter Blues. You're not going to see me or Cassius Flow until these videos come back. Don't go nowhere. Put @followers, @highlight in the comment section if you haven't already. And please, if you haven't already, share this out to your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. We trying to get this to at least 100 shares on all 3 destinations. We are almost there. We are streaming live on Adam Boysvert Facebook page, Aaron Oneida Facebook page, and Street Magic Multimedia YouTube.
And Cassius Flow 508 on Twitch.
And Cassius Flow 508 on Twitch. And the Street Magic Multimedia YouTube. So follow, subscribe, all of that. We'll be right back, yo.
Yo, what up? It's Cassius. Alright? Better days are coming. I might have been a problem, yeah, I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed.
Yeah, I might have been a problem, now I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from a truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Used to blame the world, now I'm looking inside. Had to swallow all my pride just to heal my mind. I was lost up in the smoke in the late night rides, trying to numb all this pain, but it still survived. Had to cut off this weight, had to switch my path, had to bow to myself, I ain't never looking back. Yeah, seen the bottom, seen the struggle, felt the coldest nights. Now I'm building up my life, got my focus right. Ain't no shame disguised, need this proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came with pain that I caught. But I'm here still standing, still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Ain't no shame in disguise, need this proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came with pain that I caught. Yeah, but I'm here still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Yeah, I might have been a problem, now I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from a truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Every year was a lesson, every tear was a sign. Had to break through the darkness just to let myself shine. Used to feel like a burden, used to drown in my past. Now I'm building up my future, putting foot on the gas. Ain't no heroes, had to earn my worth. Had to heal from a trauma just to know my worth. Seen homies fade, loved ones lost. Had to pay with my soul, but I'm knowing the cost. Now I'm speaking for the ones who are stuck in the storm. Let them know they ain't alone, they can still transform. It's a fight, it's a war, but you own that flame. Ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. It's a fight, it's a war,
But you own that flame, ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. Just embrace that change. I hope you know everything can be okay.
All-nighter. Street meds. Yeah. Cold nights got me thinking about the way things change. Snowfall on the window while I fight this pain. Heart froze like the city in the deep blue haze. Try and find a little light in these darker days. Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yo, I've been doing this since 98. Step up to me, I just annihilate. I rep 508, even though they all hate. I know why, it's cause I got a bigger plate. Hate, it just gas up the engine. Gives me more fuel every time I'm not mentioned. Hot froze like the city in a deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Get a winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Get these winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? All nighter. Street meds. Yeah. Cold nights got me thinking about the way things change. Snowfall on the window while I fight this pain. Heart froze like the city in the deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yo, I've been doing this since 98. Step up to me, I just annihilate. I rep 508, even though they all hate. I know why, it's cause I got a bigger plate. Hate, it just gas up the engine. Gives me more fuel every time I'm not mentioned. Hot froze like the city in a deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Get a winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Get these winter blues. Get these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do?
So I asked y'all for 100 shares. Y'all share this out 126 times. I appreciate each and every one of y'all sharing this out, tuning in with us. Cassius Flow.
Yes.
Tell the people where they can find all your music and everything you got going on.
They can find all my music on all platforms at KASHIZ FLOW 508, no spaces. You can find me on my pages, Cassius Flow 508. Let's Get Rec. We have a group and a regular podcasting page, LETZGETREC. I'm on Fortnite under Let's Get Rec, LETZGETREC. Call of Duty Mobile, LETZGETREC. I'm even on what's that name? I think it's called Flex City. It's that like it's kind of like I can't think of the name. Grand Theft Auto type thing, but it's on the mobile gaming. And I'm on Twitch under Cassius Flow 508. And you can find me almost on all the time at every type of event in the community. So
he's also on Grindr Cassius Flow 508.
No. You know what's crazy? People be trying to put my shit out on all kinds of shit. I will admit though, I did put Benzino on Grindr. Be a dick.
Benzino's already on there. No Diddy.
No Diddy. That's why he's coming back to
Anyways,
he lost his best friend.
Cassius Flow, before we go, two last things. Tell people about your morning rituals and prayer services again. And tell people about your upcoming podcast that you have.
I have the Let's Get Wrecked podcast coming back, where it's gonna have segments, and the Let's Get Wrecked podcast. It's gonna have a segment called the Hot Chronicles, where we're gonna interview artists not about their music, but what they feel about changes in the community. That's what that segment is. And then it's gonna be the regular episode where I'm gonna interview programs like Stepping Stone and all that. And then I got the Yahweh Must Shine, which has another segment, which is a daily worship in one, where I just basically read a reading from the Just for Today Narcotics Anonymous book, or the AA one, or some type of spiritual meditation book.
Yeah, that's the one you do.
Yeah, that's what I do, and then I read something scripture. I would literally, if I'm going through something, I would say, Google, do we have scripture for this? And they'll give me scripture. I was reading it this morning. Like, everything's there, it's like the most famous book in the world that has, what I'm saying, is this.
I need you to find me scripture about constipation.
Oh, I'll look it right now. All right. Let's
cool,
see what I find. Let's see what Google says. Constipation.
It's a real life issue.
Yeah.
Millions of people daily.
Google, do you have scripture on constipation? Let's see.
Biblical scripture. It's got to be biblical scripture.
Lingering disease of the bowels, Chronicles. That's weird, God. I didn't expect this. Let me go read this.
You gotta put biblical scripture.
It is biblical. Chronicles is the biblical scripture. Chronicles 21, verse 15 and 18 to 19. Lingering disease of the bowels and incurable disease that cause the intestines to fall out. It says it right here. And then it mentions Acts 12:23 mentions Herod being eaten by worms and dying at the. This is what it says right here.
Okay, so there's
root of bitterness.
So constipated. Go read that chapter and that part of the book, and you got that. And tune into Cassius Flow 508.
Yahweh Must Shine.
Sessions. Your spiritual.
Rituals. I'm going to be doing some stuff with Jackie Brown and her Bible study soon too.
Good.
Can't say when, but
good.
I made one of her first logos that she had, the Icy Show.
Now, before we go, I want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
Thank you for streaming the Midnight Prophet EP.
Mm-hmm.
You got it already up to, at this very moment, from January 1st, 95,438 streams. We are under 5,000 streams away from 100K in less than a month. So run that up. I'm extremely grateful. Surprised.
Yeah. I do have an update on the NFC Championship. It's 10-6. Seattle's winning.
Okay. Yeah. Now the Midnight Prophet EP Spotify link is in the comments below, but it's available on all platforms. And again, thank you. Go run that up. Me and King had some Woe Life. Got the Cheech and Chong Smoke Sessions EP coming out January 30th. So that's a few days away. I mean, it's going to be cold outside. You're going to have to stay inside and smoke something up. You're going to smoke that rapper weed or that Botox bud that's gonna give you a facelift. I'm telling you something. $100 eighth type shit.
Your weed should have the same amount as a beat when you really like it. The dirty diaper face.
Facts. Now, rapper weed and facelifts already available on all platforms. Me and King Handsome World Life. Go run that up. Stream that like crazy. Me and It's Your Boy Fifth got Street Magic Anthem and Illusions out on all platforms. We are working on our EP because we also have the Posse Cut record, Scoundrels. But we're working on an EP, Who Am I? That's a political hip hop album. Be tuned in for that late winter, early spring.
I wonder when Party Up is dropping.
Hey, listen, there's a lot in the works for 2026, and there's a lot in the works. I'm also working with this artist. This is CCX. So we are working on a project as well. So be on the lookout for that. And Cassius Flow, what got you going crazy?
I just saw a sign that I saw LBL was sharing. So I got to share it too.
Oh, what?
He just posted this. LBL, I think his name is.
Okay.
I got the same sign. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Like, yo, motherfucker, make sure you ain't steal my sign. Make sure I still got it.
I was looking like, what?
I know LBL was at your crib the other day, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
The fuck out of here, bro. I don't have anybody here.
Listen, he had to come to the home studio. You know what I mean? They don't know what you're working on with LBL, so we're gonna keep that shit in the cut, and it's limited edition. It's on the way. It's on the way.
I'll make a chain out of this.
All right. Now, before we go, since I've said that 4 times already, want me to sing opera again?
What?
Want me to sing opera again?
Go ahead. That's what you like
Only
to
if
do.
the people want me to. People gotta want me to sing.
You
opera.
gotta give the fans what they want.
There's gotta be a comment. If there's a comment that says, no, you can't comment it, bro. It's gotta be one of the viewers.
I'll do a different page that you don't know
What?
is me.
What page? Listen, it's gotta be one of the viewers. Because if they want me to sing some opera shit, I could drop some opera, hip hop, R&B, jazz, blues, metal album like J Rev. Throw a little bit of God into it.
Doesn't she look like me?
And now it's gospel.
Doesn't she look like me?
You guys are identical twins.
Yeah. I told everybody I was mixed.
What?
Told everybody I was mixed. They didn't believe me.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was being stupid.
You mixed with a dog? Which one of your parents are you saying committed bestiality? Was it your mom or your dad? Who crossbred with a
No, I was on
dog?
Supernatural.
Who crossbred with a dog?
No.
Somebody crossbred with the dog. That's what you just said. You mixed with a dog. You guys are identical twins, you and the doggy. Huh?
What?
You heard me.
I was just talking shit. It gets views.
It's because you're limited edition.
Yeah, I am a limited edition.
That's what it is.
Rams are now winning.
This part right here is all for us to get good reels and clips. It's great.
Yeah, it's definitely.
This is going to be chopped and edited so great.
Sometimes I wonder if my biological mom wished I was swallowed.
Sometimes she probably does.
Yeah. Now you gotta have fun, you know.
Is that a bad feeling?
No, but what I'm saying is, if I could probably diss myself better than everybody else. I know all my dirt.
Bruce wants the opera.
Yeah, opera. Let's go, 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 go. Aaron Bocelli.
I gotta freestyle this shit. I don't know any opera songs.
Hey, let's see if you can opera with 3 words like you did with the hip hop freestyle shit.
All right, so fucking
Tube sucks.
So listen, I'm a rapper, and I gotta fucking freestyle opera sing 3 random words that
Tube sucks.
Whoa, this hand is asked to fucking say to me. This is great. Go.
Tube socks.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember this. Santa Claus.
Uh-huh.
And Patriots.
Patriots. This wasn't on my Christmas wish list, but Patriots going to Super Bowl is like a gift from Christmas. It's snowing and it's a blizzard. I got my tube socks up as high as my gizzards. And this is why I really rap. Midnight Prophet EP. Go stream every track. Yeah, that shit.
I haven't smoked bud in a long time, but I definitely need to now.
Bro, what the fuck? That was some good rapper weed.
Yeah.
Damn.
You could have been on the Sound of Music.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna drop that shit. That's gonna be a TikTok sound.
It'll be funny if you did a Sound of Music hip hop style.
Listen, I'm gonna make that opera shit a TikTok sound. I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna put it on some Patriots clips. Bang, throw a beat behind it. Facts.
I just dropped a McDonald's song, right? Because if the fat Dr. Pepper chick can get famous, Toothless Cashless can too.
Right. Listen. All right, we already did the music shit.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up with the music again because I can't leave with people thinking I'm an opera singer because obviously I am not.
Why, you don't think you're Aaron Bocelli?
The what?
Instead of Andrea Bocelli, Aaron Bocelli.
No Bocelli. What the fuck?
It was a hockey player that turned blind, so we ended up doing opera music.
Yeah, that's not I, bro. That is not me. But everybody, again, share this out of your newsfeed, share this to groups, tag people in the post, tag people in the comment section. Thank you, Cassius Flow 508, for coming on as a special guest. I mean,
very
we got
special.
to learn a lot more about you for the people who don't know you in real life, and got to showcase a little bit of your music, talk about what you're going through, what you've gone through, and what you're going to do this year, podcast-wise, spiritually, and also got to see your views and beliefs on a few trending topics of the week. So appreciate having you on. Next episode, it's your boy Fifth will be back. This is the Pop-Up Podcast, episode 9. Next Sunday will be the Hip Hop Everything podcast with me, and it's your boy Fifth. If you want your music played on that show, you gotta get your music videos to me, and it's gotta be a visual. I don't play audios, and it gotta be fire. Nothing but heat makes the playlist. And that's where we talk hip-hop news, put on independent hip-hop artists, talk about what's trending. who's beefing with who. We showcase some of our own music, and we put on for the people. But Cassius is trying to crossbreed with his dog right now.
Yo, take care of my dog. My little
Yeah,
shit stain
definitely taking care of your dog real quick. So, listen, you're the one that said you fucking mixed with a dog, bro. You did it.
Yeah. Now watch this.
So
Which
which one of your parents
talking
crossbred with a dog?
They'll start saying I'm a werewolf or something.
Okay, and I'm not even like good with dog breeds, bro. What kind of dog is that? I know it's a little one.
This one is, I got this from 3rd Street. It's a Chihuahua Pug Rat Terrier, just like Rocky is.
Okay.
This one's more of the Chihuahua.
All right, so you're more Chihuahua, Pug Rat Terrier, human, fucking
shit. Whatever.
What are you human wise?
What?
Besides being a limited edition, what are you human wise?
Human wise, I'm just a human. I don't go by races or color. Human.
So you
I
like
conform
just white?
as a human being.
So you just like American? Like you just white? You just popped up here?
No, I'm mixed racial by paperwork, but I'm
all right. So we're trying to find out mixed racials and breeds here. So you're already Chihuahua, Pug Terrier. Now you're Caucasian. And what else?
I'm Aspley. I'm a bunch of Spanish shit and a Portuguese shit, Brazilian.
All right, so
Indian.
Oh yeah, that's right. You Puerto Portuguese, and what else?
Plutonian. I don't know. I'm so much shit I don't even know.
All right, so you Portuguese, Puerto Rican, Caucasian, Pug Terrier, Chihuahua. You said it, not me, bro. You said that you identical twins with the dog, and one of your parents crossbred with the animals. Which parent?
I never knew that. I never knew my biological family. My biological mom that well. I know her, but I don't know her personally to know.
Right. You don't know what was really happening in the bedroom. But what I'm saying is, like, you knew that there was a doggy there, right? You heard the woofing?
All I heard was her favorite show was Lassie. That's all I know.
You heard the woofing. There was lots of woofing.
Someone told me it sounded like that she was in a Chinese restaurant.
Right. There was lots of woofing. I could say barking, but woofing's a better word for this moment. There was woofing involved.
Hey, what? Hey, they make another Chinese restaurant where your mom used to work?
I'm not sure. Flea in the comments says he is Mexican. And Flea identifies as a unicorn. Fuck around and find out.
Does that mean she has a unicorn?
I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know. Poor dog, Flea said.
Oh my God.
Which one? The one that's with Cassius or the one that was with Cassius's parents? Both of them in this instance are a poor dog. You know what I mean? You fucking Pug Terrier, Chihuahua, Puerto Rican, Portuguese mixed bastard. That's fucking great.
Hey, I'm like everything Ice wants out of here.
Yeah, they definitely want you out if you're mixed with a Pug Terrier Chihuahua. I'll tell you that right now. Fucking Trump's gonna come crack down on your ass with ICE agents at your door.
Yo, would it be funny if they actually did come here?
They're gonna be at your door woofing. Okay.
They're cool with their masks on, you know?
What the fuck?
I consider them like
2026 is not real, bro. It's
Yo,
not
it's not.
real. It's all
you
a
got the new
fucking
KKK walking
fucked up
around
dream.
named Ice.
Fuck my life. Now I gotta go shovel out again 4 feet of snow.
You know, every time he sees a pug, he's gonna think of me.
Facts. You're a pug, like fucking Pug Terrier Chihuahua fucking mix over here.
One day you'll get mad at me, be like, shit, everywhere I go, I see Cassius.
You're a Puerto Rican pug. You Puerto Rican pug. You Caucasian Chihuahua. Hey, you said that your parents, you know what I mean? They bred with a doggy, okay?
No.
We still trying to figure it out if it was the mom or the dad. You know what I mean? We just know that in mom's bedroom there was a lot of wolfing.
No, but for real facts, my dog is dating the other dog and the cat at the same time.
It makes sense. It makes sense with the whole situation of the crossbreeding and now the incest of the doggies. I mean, it just works perfectly for a Cassius Flow situation.
Bro, my dog.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Put it away. Put it away.
Dog is bad.
Put that shit away. I will censor that shit live. Fuck around, find out. Flea says, "Oh no, oh no."
What the heck? I woke up one morning. They all were sleeping in the same thing. Like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Oh,
Cats
bro,
ain't
the
supposed to wake
shorts
up.
and reel. Listen, the YouTube shorts and reels for this are gonna go ridiculous. Oh man, people are gonna just scroll down and this shit's gonna pop up, and they're gonna go, "What the fuck are they talking about?" And
But
then
that
they're
is
gonna
how
look in
you
the
get
listen, they're
views.
gonna look in the caption and see the YouTube link for the full episode. Then they're gonna go, "Oh man, that's great."
They get it from their daddy.
You gotta do that.
Nah, but you know the thing is, that's how you get views, man.
I know this. I know.
So for people that don't know how to be funny, and you're a comedian, you need to change.
Listen, I'm not even a comedian. I was just asking you real fucking questions
No, what I'm
about your
saying is
life.
I'm showing
This
people-
is just continuing the interview a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I'm just telling
And
the
we
people
just
who
found
wanna
out a little
get
bit
into
about your family
comics,
tree.
bro. This is how you do it. This
Right.
is how.
We just found out a little bit about your family tree.
And Doghouse.
Yeah, your family tree was at the dog park. At the dog park. Yeah.
And they say all dogs go to heaven.
Right. Wait till I clip this with the dog park fucking Progressive commercial and the old dogs go to heaven clip.
Yo, you should
Chop
tag
that
Snoop
up.
Dogg. You should
Throw
tag
it up
Snoop
on
Dogg
fucking
with this.
YouTube.
You should tag Snoop Dogg.
And Scooby Doo.
Yo,
And
that-
Scrappy
you
Doo.
tripped, though. You tripping with that one. You
I'm
really know what
not.
you're doing.
I'll tag every character that played.
What about
Scooby-Doo.
Goofy? What about Goofy?
That's right. Goofy was a dog.
Yeah, he was.
He was a weird looking dog, though.
He was, yeah.
I mean, Goofy was like a fucking. He was a short bus dog, for real. And I can say that because I was on the short bus. He sat on the side of me.
I was on the short bus, but I was in the back of the bus.
You were in the car seat on the short bus. They double strapped you up.
I had my own short bus.
You came in one of those delivery robot boxes that they got. The teacher had to put a code in for you to pop out the box.
Well, I
Oh,
wasn't
man.
as bad as how the Broncos played. Where did my juice go? I'm trying to be healthy.
All right. All jokes aside, people, appreciate y'all for tuning in, sharing this out. We're going to chop this up this week, get this out on all platforms. So make sure you follow both myself, Aaron All-Nighter, and special guest Cassius Flow.
Toothless Flow.
508, representing YMS
Yep.
and Street Magic affiliate.
Go
We're
at
gonna play our
Dog29.
music. Listen, we're gonna play our music one more time before wrapping this shit up. But everybody follow, subscribe, stream everywhere. And like Flea says in the comments, how you see my baby mom?
You broke my CD.
You did.
Yeah. That's
You already know what it is. It's your boy Aaron All-Nighter, Street Magic Multimedia. Got Cassius Flow 508 here. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, what up? It's Cash. Alright? Better days are coming. I might have been a problem, yeah, I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed.
Yeah, I might have been a problem, yeah, I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from the truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Used to blame the world, now I'm looking inside. Had to swallow all my pride just to heal my mind. I was lost up in the smoke in the late night rides, trying to numb all this pain, but I still survived. Had to cut off this weight, had to switch my path, had to bow to myself, I ain't ever looking back. Yeah, seen the bottom, seen the struggle, felt the coldest nights. Now I'm building up my life, got my focus right. Ain't no shame disguised, need just proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came in pain that I caught. But I'm here still standing, still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Ain't no shame in disguise, need just proof that I fought. Every lesson that I learned came in pain that I caught. Yeah, but I'm here still chasing for hope. Took the chains off my mind, now I'm staying woke. Yeah, I might have been a problem, now I see it now. But I'm changing up my ways, gotta make it count. Through the pain, through the rain, and I paving my lane. Growing from my mistakes, never feeling ashamed. Better days, yeah, I see it on the rise. Lessons in the struggle, gotta open up my eyes. Used to run from the truth, now I'm facing the fight. Turning all this pain into razor light. Every hour was a lesson, every tear was a sign. Had to break through the darkness just to let myself shine. Used to feel like a burden, used to drown in my past. Now I'm building up my future, putting foot on the gas. Ain't no heroes, had to end my work. Had to heal from a trauma just to know my worth. Seen homies fade, loved ones lost. Had to pay with my soul, but I'm knowing the cost. Now I'm speaking for the ones who are stuck in the storm. Let them know they ain't alone, they can still transform. It's a fight, it's a war, but you own that flame. Ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. It's a fight, it's a war,
but you own that flame. Ain't no shame in the growth, just embrace that change. Just embrace that change. I hope you know everything can be okay.
All nighter, street meds. Yeah. Cold nights got me thinking about the way things change. Snowfall on the window while I fight this pain. Heart froze like the city in the deep blue haze. Try and find a little light in these darker days. Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yo, I've been doing this since 98. Step up to me, I just annihilate. I rep 508, even though they all hate. I know why, it's cause I got a bigger plate. Hate, it just gas up the engine. Gives me more fuel every time I'm not mentioned. Heart froze like the city in a deep blue haze. Trying to find a little light in these darker days. Yeah, the winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do? Yeah, these winter blues. Yeah, these winter blues. What am I gonna do? What I gotta do?